What's going on, everybody? Another episode of 4x4 Camping and Adventures, and in today's episode I'm going to take you through the SCA spotlights. So I want to take you through distance, how they perform, how they're performing so far, and what their sort of light output's like, all that kind of stuff in this video. So bit of an update video, a little bit late to the party because I forgot to make this one out and I just didn't get time to get around to doing it. But this video, let's go through all the details about these 9-inch SCA LED spotlights. So moving forward, I want to give you a bit of an idea of actually how they work when you're going down the road, because that's actually what's going to matter. So rather than talk about luxes and all that kind of stuff, I'm going to give you a photo of actually how they go down the road and the distance you're going to get. So I'm going to go find a nice straight road. There's a big lovely straight road just down the road here, and I'm going to jump on there, literally park up the car, drive 500 meters down the road, park up there, put a little cone there, and that's going to be my distance indicator. And then I'm going to work out if these are actually giving me that distance off that, if I can see that cone in the distance, and then I can safely say they're obviously, you know, you can see it 500 meters, and then I'll go 1 kilometer. If you can see it 1 kilometer, happy days as well, and that'll give you a real world life view of how they actually work, rather than saying, oh yeah, it's 1 lux at this type distance and all rah rah rah. That's how they're going to work. That's how you see at the windscreen. So let's get into that piece of the puzzle and get these lights and put them to the test. Alright guys, right behind me, I've set it all up. So down the road, you can't see it obviously in the video because the video's not going to show you what these lights do. Any video you see that you see spotlights and that kind of thing going down, it's not actually going to give you a true representation of what the actual lights are going to do, because cameras don't allow that much light to hit the sensor and show you on a video. So what I'm going to do to combat that is make a bunch of photos of how much distance these guys are going to travel, and with that I'm literally just going to take a bunch of photos and use the markers as a guide of how far, because what I've done is I've used a trip meter in the car, driven past a bunch of the side markers on the side of the road and used them as my guide, and I've gone up to about 800 meters. I don't feel like these are going to go like what you can actually see down the road by 800 meters, but it's going to give us a fair idea. I'm going to put my money on about 400 or 500 meters down the road that these lights can actually give you of proper viewing. So let me take a bunch of photos and I'm going to show you how I've done it, the distance and the final distance and all that kind of stuff, and then I'll talk to you a little bit about my final thoughts, all that kind of stuff, and if I'd recommend this product. So let's get these photos done and see what these lights can do. Okay, so pretty much taking the photos, they're going to show up right now on the camera. So final thoughts, impressions, all that kind of stuff. Where do I think they sit? Pretty much, as I said, these are about 200 bucks. Now that's a great price point for the amount of light these things put out, because I mean I'm going to work out, as I'm doing this video right now, I'm going to say it's about 400 to 500 meters down the road. That's what it seems like by the distance that I can see. Obviously I'm going to work it out when I get on my computer, and I'll be able to work out the distance based on the actual reflectors on the side of the road, and that'll give me a better idea of where the actual distance is. But I'm putting my money on about 400 or 500 meters, and 400 or 500 meters down the road, 200 bucks. You get the easy wiring kit. I think they're about 30 bucks, 30, 40 bucks, and then you're ready to rock and roll. There's a switch inside the car. Run it to your high beam switch, which is nice and easy to do because it has the adapter with it. And for 250-ish bucks, you're getting a fair bit of light for your money. Now quality is a huge thing when people start talking about electronics, lights, anything to do with your forward drive. These things get smashed on corrugations, you go down tracks, all that kind of stuff. You don't really give two shits about anything at the time because you're having fun forward driving. But you want these things to last, and you want them to hold up to the test of time with forward driving and actually, you know, using the car what it's built for. So quality-wise, as you would know if you're frequent to the channel, I've gone from Esperance to the southwest of WA, and I've done this trip with these lights about 3 times. So one time at night, which was fantastic because I saw 2 roos and almost cleaned up one of them. So saved me for that. So straight away, it's already, you know, I'm already happy with the fact that I haven't smashed a roo in this with these lights, which is great. Other side of the fence, the quality side of things. What happened to my 4-drive Super Center lights is the actual powder coating that these things, I'm assuming, get sprayed and dipped in or whatever they do to them, was starting to like literally chip and flake off. So the problem with that is they look like absolute trash once they do that, because they've got this weird whitey sort of grey colour underneath them. This looks like shit. So I wanted to make sure these weren't going to do the same thing, and this is why I wanted to do this video now, because it's about 8 months down the track, and I'm pretty happy with the fact that these guys have actually lasted. The one thing I have noticed is that the covers, there's covers on these, they went yellow in the sun, so I took them off because they started to look a bit trash. So they went yellow in the sun, so that's not a real big issue because I just took them off anyway, so it didn't really matter. But beyond that, as I said, they didn't wobble, they don't wobble around, they don't bounce around, all that kind of stuff. When you mount them up, they come with rubber feet, all that kind of thing, so they don't, vibrate and all the rest of it. But quality's been fantastic so far. I wired them up all myself. The wiring kit's nice and easy to do. It takes about half an hour roughly. Positive, negative, the battery. It comes with a relay. You got your switch. And as I said, you run it to your high beam and you're ready to rock and roll. So every time you flick the high beam on, you have spotties on. And obviously you can turn it off manually if you want to. So quality's up there. I think the quality is for $200. You remember this price, but $200. Quality's there, 100%. If you've got $200 to spend, and that's all you can afford on lights. Some people can't afford $1,000 ARB lights. Everyone loves to, but not everyone can afford it. So if you're spending $200 on lights, these are definitely worth the look, and they're definitely worth comparing to 4Drive Super Center lights, all that kind of stuff. As I said, I'm not affiliated with Super Cheap Auto. I do a lot of work for them and test a lot of their products, and my honest opinion is always my honest opinion with the gear that I put on my car. So in my opinion, if you were to compare these to the 4Drive Super Center lights, which I'm going to compare them to because that's the only other lights that I've had, these are better for 2 reasons. Warranty: if you do have a problem with the actual light, you can take it back to any Super Cheap Auto in Australia, so you've got that massive peace of mind that there's a bunch of dealerships all around Australia, and if you do have an issue with the light, they'll replace it, all that kind of stuff. Happy days. The second thing is the actual light these things put out. So I had, as I said in the start of the video, I had 4 of these lights, 7-inch on the roof, mounted up there. They would have got the best possible chance to put out as much light as possible. They're nice and high, and they can put out a bunch of light, and these 2 lights put out more light than the 4 lights I had on the roof, and that's just cold hard facts. So second reason, put out more light, about the same price point. I think the 4Drive Super Centers go for about $200 as well, so even the price point's exactly the same, and you can pick them up. If you watch this video and you're like, yeah, I want to test out those lights and put them on my car, you can literally drive down to Super Cheap, pick up the lights, because they're generally always in stock because they're one of their own brands, so they're generally always in stock. Pick up the lights, install in your car, and enjoy them, rather than getting them sent from 4Drive Super Center and waiting a bunch of days for delivery. So that's the other benefit in my opinion. So as I said, not affiliated, but pretty happy with the lights so far, and I'm going to keep them on the car and keep on testing and that kind of thing. And the distance, the distance for the price is damn good. Like, if you're going 500 meters down the road and you're paying $200 to get that distance, I'm pretty happy with that. If you want to go further, spend $1,000 on ARB, on Light Force, or whatever you want, whatever is your poison, but spend the extra money. But if you've only got $200 to spend, or you're coming into 4 driving, or you're new to 4 driving, $200 gets you some pretty damn good spotties. And yeah, as I said, they make the car look good. You can see down the road, 500 meters down the road, and they tick all the boxes for $200. They tick all the boxes. So yeah, pretty happy with them so far. As I said, in 12 months' time, I might just do not a full-blown review like this, but if they start peeling or something like that, I'll let you know. I'm always putting photos up on my Instagram, so you generally see stuff there before you're going to see stuff on YouTube, because it's just easy to post on there, especially with photos and that kind of stuff, update photos of the car. But yeah, if you jump on my Instagram, 4x4 Camping and Adventures on Instagram, you can join me there, and I'll have lots more photos and lots more stuff of the car that you probably haven't seen on YouTube. And yeah, you can follow me on there. The other side of the fence is I've actually released a whole bunch of merchandise, shirts, hoodies, girl shirts, all that kind of stuff in a bunch of colors, so check out that. I put a lot of effort into pretty much making, or pretty much designing all the shirts, hoodies and that kind of thing myself, and they get delivered from a central warehouse, and they get delivered pretty quick. So, and the price is half decent as well, considering it's coming from the other side of the world. So it's on Teespring, so jump on that, link down in the description. But jump on that if you like some of the designs that you see, maybe you want to buy one, there is a code I'll put on there, which is 4x4 Adventures. That'll give you 15% off. So if you want to have a look, 15% off. That'll run till, I'm going to say, the end of May. So you've got to the end of May if you want to get 15% off some cool shirts, hoodies, and that kind of stuff. And they're actually quite nice. You know, there's some of them. There's like one which is Australia, and it's got all the bunch of beers and that kind of things. It's the States. And there's another one which got like Soot Life, and you've got Life's Better on a Low Range, all that kind of stuff. So they're generally tasteful. Then you got like sender photos and all that kind of stuff with like big Forbies and that kind of thing. So have a look. It's all on there, and you know, tell me what you think. Give me some feedback on the actual shirts, because I want to know if the designs are where everyone's at. Or have to change the designs, or it's just something that you don't like, or whatever. I'm going to leave it there. That's been another episode of 4x4 Camping and Adventures. And if you like this episode, please subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!